RMC T-Rex. Oh, I've heard of that before. It's that coaster model RMC's been hyping up for years now. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to buy one of these? Wait, what? Well then, RMC T-Rex. What happened? Remember when there was all this hype surrounding the RMC T-Rex? RMC was teasing it, and we all thought for sure one of the major theme parks in North America would build one. But it's been a while, and we have no rumors about one coming anytime soon. And honestly, the T-Rex might have been shelved completely. But why is nobody buying the RMC T-Rex? Well, there are 5 major reasons why the RMC T-Rex is not coming to a theme park anytime soon. And be sure to stick around to the end, because the last reason might shock you. So, starting off with reason number 1. The RMC T-Rex is simply too expensive. Now, RMCs are notoriously pretty inexpensive, especially considering what you get when you purchase an RMC. But right now, we are facing a potential economic slowdown, and parks just don't want to spend a ton of money right now. And if the RMC T-Rex is costing $20+ million, there are going to be a lot of parks who are just going to avoid it for now. And a lot of major theme park operators are in a whole lot of debt right now. And they would much rather spend their money on a more inexpensive family coaster per se. And I honestly think that RMC might have outpriced themselves a little bit. Think, you've already lost the Six Flags Entertainment Company. They're in too much debt. I doubt any independent parks would take a chance right now. Herschend is a definite no. And honestly, the only theme park operator left is SeaWorld. And to be honest, I just don't see SeaWorld buying an RMC T-Rex right now. And I think they would probably go with another manufacturer if they were looking for a major attraction. Okay, sure, the RMC T-Rex is decently expensive, but so are a lot of other coasters that have done really well so far. So what else could it be? Well, we also have to take into account that this is indeed a prototype. And we all know how prototypes can get sometimes. They can really struggle. Prototype attractions often are riddled with problems. And, to be honest, not a lot of parks really want to deal with that. Sure, you get a super innovative brand new coaster, most likely at a discount. But you also have to deal with the problems that comes with a prototype. And that means you're probably getting a decent amount of downtime. Not to mention all the time and effort you have to put in to keep the coaster operating on a consistent basis. And, to be honest, it's a lot of work. And there have been a ton of prototypes that have flopped completely and been absolute messes. I think that a lot of parks aren't willing to take the risk with a prototype if it's going to be costing them a significant amount of money. And all of this is probably not helping the case for the RMC T-Rex. I mean, at this point, why would you buy one? It's going to probably cost you $20+ million USD, and it's a prototype, so there's going to be problems. And to be honest, so far, I don't blame parks for avoiding this coaster model. Now we're going to be moving on to the third reason why people are avoiding the RMC T-Rex. And that's the problems that the RMC Raptors have faced. It's no secret that a lot of the RMC Raptors have had their fair share of issues. And in addition, these rides don't have good capacity whatsoever. Now, the T-Rex would feature tour-across seating, but honestly, the RMC Raptors' solo capacity, it wouldn't really help. And RMC Raptors are incredibly intense, which us coaster enthusiasts love, but not so much the general public. And remember, most people who don't visit amusement parks don't want to ride one of the most intense coasters in the country. Because I would presume that the RMC T-Rex would be very intense. And if parks look at the issues that the RMC Raptor had, they might be worried that if they get an RMC T-Rex, it's going to be those issues, it's just going to be a whole lot worse because the attraction is on a much larger scale. And that does kind of make sense, but I really do hope that RMC has fixed a lot of the issues that the RMC Raptor has had. And I feel like the problems that these Raptors have faced is partly the reason why we haven't been seeing the RMC T-Rex. Not to mention that we're not even seeing many single rail coasters period right now. Parks are honestly just avoiding this coaster model altogether. And the RMC T-Rex is a single rail roller coaster, and if they're avoiding Raptors, they're also going to avoid the RMC T-Rex too. But the issues do not end there. were also faced with the issue of who would buy one. There were honestly not a lot of parks that have A, the budget, B, the land, and C, the need for an RMC T-Rex. A lot of coasters, when RMC T-Rex would play pretty good at, already have an RMC Raptor, and these coaster types are too similar to have two in a park. So that basically erases the entire Six Flags chain. Again, I don't feel like SeaWorld would take their chances with an RMC T-Rex either. And I bet most European parks feel the same way. And if we're being quite honest, I don't think there's enough parks out there that want an RMC T-Rex. And they're just not choosing it. And as I've said a few times in this video already, it honestly just makes sense. Now, moving on to the last reason why theme parks are avoiding the RMC T-Rex. And that reason is that RMC has a reputation. Now, don't get me wrong, I love RMC, and I think they deliver probably the best ride experiences that you can get out in the world. But unfortunately, their coasters have their fair share of issues, along with a lot of downtime. And as I mentioned in previous videos before, parks know that. They know they're getting an incredible ride experience that is going to be great for marketability and loved by all the visitors of the park. But that coaster will have its fair share of issues. And that's most likely going to be no different for the RMC T-Rex. I mean, the Raptor had the same problems as the hybrids, and the hybrids had the same problems as the topper track Woodies. Even the ground-up RMCs had these same issues. And trust me, parks pay attention to how other parks' attractions are performing, whether that's reliability, popularity, etc. And yes, if the RMC T-Rex were to be built at any park anytime soon, it would be incredibly popular. But I'm very confident that this coaster would have its issues, as most prototypes and RMCs do. And again, I love RMC, it's just their attractions, they just come with issues. And as always, you're perfectly safe riding any RMC coaster. It's just that RMCs often come with a lot of downtime. And I'm also a little worried about the RMC T-Rex's capacity. Theme parks generally want more high-capacity attractions. So, the RMC T-Rex might not be coming anytime soon. Or a theme park might shock us all and build the very first RMC T-Rex. Whenever that day is, I'm sure we will all be excited, as the RMC T-Rex will probably be an excellent coaster model. Let's just hope that one gets built in the very near future. And if you want a more in-depth look on the problems that RMCs face, then check out the video on your screen right now. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.